Welcome back, everybody. Welcome to All Signs. Super chats for subscribers, not all signs. Today, I'm not doing all signs on Friday. I did a collective this morning, put a video I released, but Mondays are my all signs. Their feelings for you or whoever's coming towards you. This is the super chats. I've got a small one here. Today, I celebrated another Thanksgiving, so it's been kind of ate a lot. So I'm only going to do, and only a few signed up. So I'm gonna hang out for a little bit, answer these ones, and then I'm out. Get out of jail free card if nobody else shows up. So just remember that these readings will be unlisted after I am done. I will take them down. I mean, the video will still be here. I will paste a link in the comment section that tells you where you can access this video. So you'll always be able to get your readings from me. It's just the algorithm. This messes with it, and it just does. So trust me. So I unlist it, and you don't want anybody. Not everybody wants everybody to constantly see their readings, anyways. So it makes sense. So the directions are pinned to the comments. It is 10 a question, 15 if you want clarity. Clarity means opinions, advice, guidance from spirit, so forth. Whatever comes through today. Remember, every day is different. I do this a lot. So, a lot of times it lands really good, right? It's really good, but there's always days, right? And I always do my best to tap in and give you what I can. But if it is what it is, just remember that that's all I can pull through. I mean, do you want me to pull something out for you that's not there? Sometimes there isn't a message for you. You already know the answer. And even if you were to pull your own cards, you would probably not be able to read them in the moment because you're not seeing. Sometimes there's just nothing. Maybe we're asking too many times. But anyways, hello, Emma. Hello, Seth. I have Romy, Karina, Emma, Terry, Alyssa, Nancy, and Isla. I think that was Isla the last time. All right, so I am going to answer these questions. I have the big light off so that I don't get, you guys know, some of you know, it's been causing headaches for me, the screen and the bright lights flaring in my eyes constantly, which is another reason why I've done the setup this way. Yes, today was for me. I did it today, the big one today. Yeah, but it's over now. And my tree's up. So I put my tree up, and so it was kind of and look, I have a new member. All right. Not again, Tess, right? So I'll probably see you when you come in. If I don't see you here today, the lives will be up on Tuesday. You are a dolphin. And so I'll see you Tuesday. Welcome. Hopefully you pop in and I can give you a welcome. Hello, Seth. All right. Let's see. Happy belated. All right. Let's do this. Let's see what we got. Romy. What is the energy between me and Joseph? Giuseppe. Any new got dates? I don't know what that means. Right. All right, let's see. We saw each other. Right. Well, anything come of this? I have the Two of Swords and I have a Knight of Cups, and so I'm getting a maybe. Strength card. What's the next card? The Nine of Pentacles. I've got right now you got to move on and work on still. I'm seeing you independent. I'm seeing you single. And it's difficult. I see there is a possible romance that could develop between the two of you. And I'm seeing maybe, right, with the Two of Swords. But you have somebody here that's, keeps their options open is basically it. They always, they have to choose between somebody and choose whether or not they want to connect with you. And right now they're not, from what I understand. So I'm kind of reading that as you're independent here. And yeah, they have feelings for you, but that's as far as they're letting it go right now. Again, the Six of Swords, I'm getting a move on from this one more than anything. I am seeing that you obviously will hear from them again. There was something developing between the two of you. And they are so uncertain and so confused about what they want right now. And they may be, talking to you because they understand they do care about you. But ultimately right now, when I see the Nine of Pentacles, I see the outcome as single. So it sort of tells me that you might be moving on from this one, or it's best to move on from this one. This one was somebody that came in and grabbed your attention and got your attention off the other one. And you placed expectations on it. You hoped it would go somewhere, and it didn't. And now is this going to be another Joe in a sense, or I just let go of this one, let it be, let them be, and move on and say fuck it as fast as you can to see who else comes in, and then see how fast this one here comes back. But if you're in the energy of talking to them every day, and even though they have said, I want to work on it with somebody else, that's where you want to, I feel like you want to detach from that right now. Because I just feel like it's emotional, and he's being there for you emotionally, but do you want him to be there? I mean, is this what you want from him? This isn't the one. That's all I'm getting for you. Not right now. So move on from this one as quickly as you can. Allow it to the dust to settle. They have feelings for you, Romy, and if they're going to pursue you or act on it, you can see that they will be back. They're not leaving as long as you keep communicating with them, or you stay interested in them, or you build an obsession over them or want to be with them, they're going to continue to show up in your life. I know they are. You're going to come here, you're going to get readings, you're going to be like, I talked to them, whatever, something is going to, you're going to make it happen, something happen, but it might not be the path that you're supposed to be taking. It seems to me the path you're supposed to be taking is the Six of Swords and the Nine of Pentacles. The independent, see you later, chill and be on with it. All right, I learned my lesson here as quick as possible, pick up and leave. And then that's trust. And if they see that you're leaving, maybe that'll get them to, maybe they'll rethink, the decision they made. But that is what I'm getting. I'm not, I have to say there is something that could potentially happen in a romantic nature, because he showed up as the Knight of Cups. So that is a yes. So that doesn't tell me that you wouldn't get together. I mean, you guys might, but that doesn't mean that you guys are going to end up in a committed relationship the way you want. And that's just going to get, you know, complicated. But that's what I'm seeing right now. I hope that helps. All right. And remember, I'm going through a little bit of a rocky wave with some of you guys. Some of you guys are going through some really weird scenarios where 1 minute it's this, then it's the never ending. It's like, it's done. Oh my God, never again. It happened. The moment happened and I'm never. And then all of a sudden we're in love the next day, or we're together the next day, or something extremely bizarre changes in your situation, which I'm grateful for. I'm glad that you guys get these moments, but as a reader, you know, it's like when I'm watching the patterns, it's really hard sometimes to walk through these scenarios because I don't know what kind of people, you know, or what's going on and what can happen. So, and what you guys are showing me is that it's definitely this moment, this time right now, there's so many switches that anything is possible. I don't care. You'll be surprised. Anything is possible. So I'm not gonna argue with something telling me it could be real when you might be saying, oh no, it's not. But you know what? Tomorrow it might be real. They may come in and they may say something, but you can see if you watch other people, you can even see they're going through similar things. They're going through, you know, all of a sudden the person is, you know, right there, and then the next day it's like it never happened. And it's such an emotional roller coaster. And I think from my side of it, again, I'm feeling called to just focus on the current moment and try to detach from what you expect or what you want throughout these highs and lows and these currents that are constantly changing and shifting. It's like, if you want to ride the emotional roller coaster, go ahead, but it's going to be hard for a lot of readers to give you the truth or give you the corrected energy, because it's going to come through on the table like craziness, right? So bear with me, just reading the cards, reading the energy as we go through and seeing that, you know, right now this is where it's at. Tend to look at my readings for you as this is what I'm getting right now in the moment. This is where it's at right now. Not so much predicting the next week or two, because I'm not doing that with personal readings right now. I just, in my head, I'm like, I'm not looking at 2 weeks out for you. I'm not looking at a week out, when I know damn well as soon as I shut this off, I'll get an email. Oh my God, they called. Oh my God, we're getting married. We're going to build our house together. You know, we've already bought it. We set plans. And just yesterday, you know, you're blowing up each other's cars. I don't know. All right. And I've got to keep, you guys are in your own insanity. I've got to keep my sanity. All right. Let's see. I hope that helped. I hope that helps. So just take it for what it's worth today. Anything can change right now. Like more than ever, I think. All right. What is going to happen next? Let's see. All right, let's see. I might take a couple more, but I am putting that up there. Is that hostile? Was I getting hostile? Did that sound like I was getting hostile? I feel like I'm just trying to warn people that I can only do so much. I don't think that was hostile. So I guess maybe it might sound that way to somebody who doesn't know what I'm talking about, if they've never had readings from me. But The people who are get readings from me all the time, they know what I'm talking about. Yes, Carmen, you're fine. I just put it up. I just put it up just to slow it down. I just started. All right. What is going to happen next? I see you getting a little bit of rest, recouping, break, chilling time. All right. So a little bit of a separation, some breathing space I'm seeing with the 5 of Cups and the 4 of Swords. All right. I see the 2 of Wands. So I am seeing here that what happens next is still kind of up in the air. It can go either way, right? You're still standing here where we're just not quite sure. It doesn't look like either of you are totally sold on a complete plan just yet. It's still up in the air. But I will say that there is travel right now. I am seeing that. And I am seeing here rest and separation with the 5 of Cups. Somebody needs time to heal. This can tell me reconnecting. And after a while, the 9 of Wands. So I can see that it could be a minute, it could be a while, but it seems like you guys could be going down a road of sort of trying to battle the next step, battle what's next. You know, it may start to wear on you. It may feel like you guys are kind of stuck in a situation that just never seems to get past that second step, right? And so that's what I'm picking up right now. No, it's not completely over. It looks like nobody's given up just yet with the 2 of Wands and the 9 of Wands, or somebody's not given up just yet. But I am seeing right now a temporary break that's definitely clear here. It has to happen because it's not moving forward just yet. But what happens, you're asking if you'll see each other, maybe. And maybe you will see each other in the time frame that you think. With the 2 of Wands, that can be a couple days. It just looks like there's a lot of persistent and no, but it's really looks like you're putting a lot of work into this one, and it's still they're still showing up. Let me pull one more. The 8 of Swords. All right. So right now I'm just seeing there's a lot of doubt and a lot of fear around this connection. The 9 of Wands and the 8 of Swords. Somebody's shutting down and somebody it's almost like somebody right now is giving up at the moment. And you are in a stuck position. And that's all I got. I got, the 2 of Wands shows me you guys will make plans again. You guys may meet up. You may talk things out. But this is going to be ongoing for a little bit with that 9 of Wands and 8 of Swords. It doesn't seem like the talk, the conversation, the doubt, the negative energy, or maybe the disagreements are not going to go away right away. There's an energy of persistence and wanting to defend oneself. It feels like there's a lot of defending oneself here. All right, and I have the Devil card. So karma, that screams karma to me. That screams, some real deep anger, resentment, upset. It seems like that's really coming through right now for you. And I know that that's part of maybe your energy that you're in. But you have a real strong karmic partner that's triggering you. And you may be triggering each other right now. And that's why you guys are taking a break, or you guys are kind of going down your own paths right now. Again, this seems temporary. And like I said at the beginning, you're one that I'm like, things change too much. So I'm just going to say right now, it is showing up that you guys are separated, and this is time for rest, time to recoup, time to breathe and let things simmer. Or, this is a very crucial time. Somebody leaves, let them go. The faster you let them go, let them think, let them do their thing, and no contact, really, it feels like. And that will create trigger and fear that, do we really want to give up on this? Is what I've got. So I'm not going to predict anything long term. It just seems like you're separated now, but there is potential to reconnect and to make contact. All right. All right, Emma. Let me see, Emma. All right, hold on. I started. All right. I did read this. So I did, and I remember thinking, Emma, because I do so many of your readings and I'm always looking at that situation, this is where it gets difficult for me when I pull that death card, or I pull something serious like the Hermit, the Death card, and the King of Swords. And it's like, as a reader, when I see those and I'm reading about your current love situation, and it's one that I read on every single day, like 5 times a week, 4 times a week, it's like, to get those cards really throws me for a loop sometimes. I don't know what they're there for. And I know what they mean. And sometimes the face value of them, and those can be harsh truths that come through those cards, right? Facing truths, going within, going alone, going your own way, taking the high road, taking a new road. Something is ending, a death. And, there's been a couple times where I pull those cards for somebody, and I'm so glad like last week or the week before, somebody came back and said, you were right. You were picking it up. You were right. But it's really hard to do that when I'm doing live like this. And so when I get something serious like that, why you were probably confused with me is because I didn't want to dive into it. It's a scary scenario to see something like that and not know what to say to you, especially if it's about anything else that's going on in your life. So I kind of left that there. And if I was doing a personal reading behind the scenes and I had a minute to sit there and, and really get into it, I might have asked it more questions. But that becomes a problem. That's one of the things that becomes a problem. There's only 78 cards, and you're bound to get the devils, the death cards, and the cards that we don't want to see. Right? And so that's what those cards could have just mirrored. And you know what I mean? Like, if being that I know you so much that I know, you know what I mean? Like, my first things wouldn't be to, no, I'm going to take that sign down. You're okay, Miss London's. I keep it lighter when I see things like that because I don't see, death. I don't see that kind of stuff with your situation. So it makes it hard for me when I do see those cards, you know? And then again, like you stuck on it though. So maybe there was something meant for you in there for you to interpret yourself. Because even if you were saying like everything I'm seeing here, you had a bad day, you were having a really bad, it seems like you were having a really, that's really what it could have meant, you know. Thank you. I'm sorry. I put the questions up and I just realized I didn't even give anybody time. I was like really quick with that. All right. So let's see. Yeah, and that's it. I think I just need more precision right now because a lot of people are in so many different energies and I can trigger people so easily and not even mean it, and that's where I'm at right now. I just feel like I got to be very, 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 let me see. So this was that, but that's not your question. Let's see. All right. Okay. So advice. So it's been anything to look out for this weekend. Let's just see. Is there anything major that you need to look out for this weekend? Today is the 28th. Yeah. You could get communication, some sort of news. You might see something, hear something clearly. Could be something from, I got mom here, so your kids or parenting or something to do with the comforts, something you're buying, something you're getting, something you have. But the Ace of Swords is telling me you are getting, it could be legal, could be something, just some news coming in. That's paper, that's legal stuff, that's good clarity. So this is also a change of energy too as well with the Empress and the Ace of Swords. You're getting the number 13. And it feels like something is shifting. The energy is shifting for you with these two cards. All right. So you might see something. So watch out for news. And I have the Knight of Cups. So you may receive some sort of information or news that makes you feel really good. Is how I'm seeing that. I don't think you have much to look out for. Oh, when I say that, then I see the Tower card. All right. So you may get some news about some sort of foundation structure coming down. There could be a unexpected crisis in the situation and that you get word of, that you see. But I don't think it's you because I have the Ace of Swords and the Empress. That's mama. That's you. I see you're fine. Good news coming for you. All right. But what's coming around you is the Knight of Cups and the Tower card. So I don't know if you're witnessing or hearing something, or you may get some sort of news about a home, about moving, about some sort of public. Maybe this is your community, and or your person could be going through something that is a tower. You may be shocked this weekend. And you may be shocked. Let's look at it from a really good perspective. You may be shocked by somebody's pure offer of, emotion. Somebody may tell you how they really feel, whether they can act upon it or not, but it could surprise you. Somebody may surprise you with a romantic message. So any advice from spirit? The 5 of Cups, turn that chin upside down, turn that frown upside down, right? Turn that chin. All right, lift that head up. You're feeling down lately, maybe not at your best. Maybe you look your best, you're doing your best. I know you know how to make it go, but we have our days, and it looks like, something's getting to you. And I just feel like, universe is going to bring something to you with that Tower card. And it's, you're going to come back just like you've done to me before, and just like everybody else here is doing, like going around these little circles. And you're going to be like, I knew it, I got it. This is what's happening. No, I don't think it's nothing for you to worry about. I don't think it's you. You're the Empress and the Ace of Swords. The people around you is the Lovers in the Tower. And what Spirit wants you to know is the 5 of Cups. So you may hear something about somebody else. There could be maybe this could be disappointing news too. You might get something or hear something from somebody else. Again, it's a Tower showing up. You seem to be stable, and like I said, you may see something clearly, but the Empress is you. You grounded, and and I got the Page of Cups and the Chariot. So it seems like your kid, your mom's here, you're here. Maybe you guys get some news. Maybe you're traveling somewhere. Maybe you're going somewhere with your or somebody's traveling. You hear from somebody. You get some news. I see family here. So I do not see that you have anything to worry about, but there is a Tower going on around you. All right. I don't know what that is yet. That's what I got for you. Are you expecting to worry about anything? Are you expecting something big to happen this weekend? Part of me is like, maybe it's something that's going on around your area. Leave it at, you might find out some information about the people that you're not talking to. You may find out some information. It doesn't affect you, but I didn't see anything for you. Yes, I'll be back on Monday. Monday is the All Signs and the Super Chats. I did Thanksgiving today, so that's why I'm on later. And I actually, oh, Seth, I know you were teasing. I know you're teasing. See, I don't know who's taking things personally when I say things. I have to, that's what I mean. I can't tell right now what I'm saying, what people are taking personal right now. I didn't even think I was upset. So, guys, what's going on? Oh, man. All right. Let's see. Terry. Yeah, I can't. No, but I'm not saying anything. I don't think I'm saying the right things. I don't know if I'm not saying the right things. I don't know. It's just, oh, no. I don't even remember. All right. All right. I gotta run through these. All right. Let's see. All right. 2 questions for Terry. Let's see. All right. Let's see. All right, so I got the 3 of Cups here, overall energy for the weekend. So it looks like you could be having a good time, talking to people, planning, making plans with friends, hanging out with people, talking to people that you care about, reconnecting, reunion, feeling good. You got the 3 of Cups. So there's an opportunity here for some smiles and some good times, right? Susan, you can throw one in. I put it up, put it down. I just want to make sure I don't go overboard. So yeah, you can put a question in. Let's see. So I see the 8 of Swords. Expect to overthink this weekend. Expect to get in your head over this weekend. It still feels like you got a lot on your mind. And I got the 10 of Swords. It's like you're still not wanting something. You're still not wanting to let this go yet. I think you don't feel like it's over. And I got the Ace of Cups. So that's the thing, is like, I feel like there's still something unspoken here, something not said. It's like you still want to give things a go with somebody this weekend. Now I'm answering the first question, and that is the energy for the weekend, right? So I'm not just getting into anybody specific. But it does look like there is somebody, you have Ace of Cups, you have and the 3 of Cups, talking to somebody that you care about, talking to somebody, reconnecting, sharing feelings. But the 8 of Swords and the 10 of Swords tells me there's like, you want to give something another chance, even though you feel like you're making the wrong decision, right? So that's what your weekend looks like. It looks like it could be another, crazy in your head, and then turning around and having a conversation and feeling good, maybe an offer coming in. And I have the Strength card. So making amends with somebody, or, and I do feel like maybe just going out and hanging out with some friends too. But this could be a reconciliation for you this weekend. Another reconciliation, 7 of Wands. You guys are still battling this in the 6 of Cups, somebody from the past. So now energy with Taurus, I see the Magician. So he still has his eye on you. He's still attracted to you. The Star card. So he does, and he did see things moving forward with you. He does see you as somebody with a lot of potential. and you guys are on the same vibe when you're together. But I got the Four of Pentacles. This one here is just afraid to budge. Look at it. It's like they're afraid to let go of what they have, their stability. That's their stability. They you know, it feels like they can't let go of you because they're very attracted to you, and you're somebody that they, you know, maybe even still carry some sort of faith in this connection. But on one hand, I'm seeing you guys are building something here. It's not completely stable the way you want it just yet. So this is where, you know, that Eight of Swords and the Ten of Swords is telling me you still got a headache here with him. But at the same time, I'm also seeing that Four of Pentacles this is a man that's so afraid to like let go of, you know, and let change in. And so he follows, he just follows orders. So yeah, that's what I got for you for him. There's a strong potential that you guys will still reconnect again. And I have the Two of Cups. So it's not over with him either. So it looks like you got another round or two. You know, I don't know what to say for advice really with this. You didn't really ask for advice. I can see a conversation coming in with these two. This weekend with him, you may talk. He may tell you how he feels, what he thinks, what he sees. But you're still struggling. It's like an uphill battle. You know, it feels like you get a little bit and then you take 2 steps forward, 8 steps back kind of energy. So that's what I got. All right. Alyssa. Who is coming towards you? All right, let's see who's coming towards you. All right. You got the Ten of Swords too. Let's see. All right. So somebody's coming toward you, and this could be somebody that you're still thinking about, and you know they're thinking about you. Again, this is another past person. Somebody that travels, somebody that might be, it's karmic. Somebody you're very attracted to. You knew there was attraction. There's still, you guys really want to make it work. There's something about this connection that's still lit. 6 of Pentacles is telling me somebody could be coming in to hang out, talk, be friends. It could have been a friendship and somebody missing your friendship. Somebody wanting to reconcile that. Somebody may feel or be in a good place to give back to you. Be very friendly, be very generous with their time. So it could be making plans with somebody here. Yeah, very interesting. I have Gemini, and I have Taurus, Leo, Aquarius, Scorpio. But this is Saturnian energy, Capricorn, Aquarius, you know, and the Six of Pentacles. So you have a really good energy of somebody here that wants to make it work. You know, they trust you, they care about you. All right. You know, and it could be somebody that, you know, it was very painful. It looks like somebody is doing a lot better than they were before. Could be somebody that was going through a lot of heartache at the time. Look at this, the Tower card, the Ten of Swords. This could have been a hard breakup between you and this person. But it looks like this person has, you know, improved. Looks like they have built themselves up. The Nine of Pentacles, they have built their independence, or they're working on themselves. They're in a much better place, right? Or Spirit saying they're getting themselves in a much better place, or you both are, because the Magician card can be saying you're mirroring each other. You both are different. So it seems like something's shifting, and there's a new doorway opening up in this sort of, you know, cube that keeps turning, and it's like, what's going to happen next? And finally, the pieces of fit where you guys both maybe can understand each other a lot better now. There's a lot of respect here. Maybe somebody had to go through something that they did to you, or they've gone through something, you know, and it finally, a tower hit. There's an awakening. Somebody could be going through a painful divorce. Somebody has done that. Or just left you hanging, and it looks like you have somebody here coming back in. Now, the only signs I can get are the Magician for Major Arcana, and Aries and Scorpio. All right. Something about somebody's father. And I also have the Queen of Swords here. So it could be a Queen of Swords, Gemini, a Libra, Aquarius. But this tells me somebody here wisening up, somebody here wanting to speak the truth, somebody wanting to, you know, work something out with you. Let's talk about things. I see a feminine energy. Yeah, interesting. You know, somebody coming in, somebody thinking about. Does that make sense? It does make sense. Thank you. All right. Let's see. All right, let's see. So what are Scorpio's feelings for you first? And then how is his relationship going with the Aries woman? I did. Thank you. I am full. But I did. I hope you had a great one too. You're blocked. He blocked you. Terry. All right. All right. So, what is Scorpio's current feelings? I got the Queen of Wands. So obviously she's showing up in demand, the boss. Looks like they're trying to build their relationship. How does he feel about you? He still thinks about you. He still sleeps and thinks about you, and, feels like it's much necessary space to clear one's head. This is reminiscent. You're still in his thoughts, feelings. He still questions his decision. He still questions if he made the right choice. It's he may stay where he feels safe. He chose to stay where he feels safe and comfortable, but his heart, is torn because he's conflicted, obviously, between logic and emotion. And he knows what he wants, but he feels more comfortable and safe staying where he's at. And that is what stops him from moving forward. It seems like she's the one that's in control. I don't know if she runs the show. I mean, she's showing up as a Queen of Wands, right in the read, like, this is mine. This is my territory. Look at this. Very strong-willed woman, and very powerful, in somebody here that has a lot of influence over him. So she has strong influence showing up in this reading right now. It's like she's the block. And she comes on strong. So she's an Aries. She's got a lot of control right now over the situation, is what I'm saying. All right. So he does question things, though, especially how he left you. It feels like things are over. He had to end things with you. I'm seeing a lot of pain here. But there is still some, uncertainty about whether it was the right thing to do. Again, mentally, logically, it feels as though he knows this is the right thing to do. But I know that heart-wise, part of him feels, like, man, I really betrayed myself and others. I really fucked up. But, and I got somebody's heart all torn up in this too. And I got my own heart torn up in this. So that's always going to be there. But there's almost an energy here of knowing or trying or hoping that you guys can find some sort of closure, because it's keeping you guys stuck in a ongoing cycle. And right now I feel like, it's in the quiet, it's in the no contact that's bringing some sort of clarity and peace to the situation right now, but it's not over. And as I said, I got the Star card. All right. So he's still, has hope or faith in this connection. He still dreams about you. He still feels you. He's still connected to you no matter what. All right, with that Star card. Now, how are they getting along? To be honest with you, she just threw herself out at you right through my reading. She just said, whoa, don't be asking about me. Because when people ask about other people, it's really not fair. And sometimes I question whether I should even call them in, because it's they're not here to defend themselves, So there is a part of me that, and I've got to stay non-biased, and, I see it as I see it. And so when I call in somebody, it's I didn't even call her in, and she showed up like, this is my show. This is my show. And the Strength card with that Aries energy is talking about fighting, or, like, she's the one that's pretty much defending, very loyal to him, and will stay with him, and will fight for this, and will connect. So it looks like their relationship, no matter what happens, she's very loyal and committed to him, and she sees a future with him, and she's going to control the situation. The Devil card is showing up. There's a lot of control issues, jealousy. control with the devil and the strength card. You know, there's still some insecurities, there's jealousies, there's control issues, and unhealthy, toxic environment sometimes. But you know, this is where he's choosing to stay in a situation. You know, it can even be sometimes narcissistic in a way, you know, if somebody's got this much ego, pride. But if she's upset, angry, mad, that's why she's showing up as the devil and the Queen of Wands. But she's the one that's in control. And she's controlling this situation. She's very protective, very loyal to him, even if it's unhealthy. All right. So that's what I've got. And, you know, she got very strong personality showing up, and it's almost like she's got negative energy around her too. So that's what I got, Nancy. All right. 7 of Swords. She don't trust him as far as she can throw him. She don't trust him. So she's on guard, and she is very, very, very intense emotions and controlling. All right. All right, guys. I'm sorry I'm not responding to everybody. I'm just trying to get through everybody. I know some people showed up. Yeah. So that's what came through today, Nancy. I mean, I hope some of that resonated. That's what, like, I felt it like, whoa. I was like, yeah. Watch Chase Hughes. I think his name's Chase Hughes. He's one that comes up on my newsfeed a lot. I research the weirdest stuff, right? But he talks about controlling people and how people do it, and you don't even know it. You don't even realize it, you know. And you can have real loud controlling people, but you can have people that control you just by little actions or little things they do, and they keep you you know, they keep you on your toes. That's controlling too, because you don't know how somebody's going to react. You know, it's annoying too. No, I don't have a list yet. I got like 8 people left. I'm not going to be on more than another half hour, Miss London. So you'll definitely be up soon. It's hard to keep track after I get going. Will me and Cam be in a committed relationship? Yeah, that kind of feels like what that could have been. All right. Will you be in a committed relationship? Is he in if he's in a relationship right now, it could be some time. If not, leave that alone. I do see the 3 of Pentacles, which tells me that you guys have a lot of qualities that you guys like about each other. All right, so there is a chance here to pull this together, make it work. I don't know if you're just coworkers or you've been just sort of been a support system for them, or a friend, you know, you guys are each other's friend, whatever, or you just barely can get close, right? You want to get close, but there's always someone or something that's getting in the way. But this is the answer. Will you and Cam be in a committed relationship? This is telling me, yes, it could take some time. There's things that have to work itself out. I do see the King of Cups, so I can see they are attracted to you, you know, and I see the Empress, which tells me that this, you know, it's growing. You're in this period of, and this is growth and commitment as well too, the Empress card. Right, so it shows that as you guys are going, they're emotionally growing and their feelings are growing for you as well. And I see the Ace of Pentacles, so it looks like potential new start or an offer, a serious offer coming in. And I have the Eight of Pentacles, all right? And that's all showing me commitment. But it's a matter of the Pentacles are the slowest element. And it really just says we're just putting the pieces together. If this is meant to be, we're making it work. And the universe is, you guys seem to be doing, you know, what you're supposed to be doing in this relationship. If you're together or you're trying to get together, it's the journey. But if you're separated, it could be some time with the Three of Pentacles, but it does show you guys wanting to fix things. Right? It shows a very strong card of loyalty here between the two of you and an offer coming in. So the answer to your question today, it says, will me and Cam be in a committed relationship? And that would be a yes with these cards. Yeah, so Miss London, I'm going to unlist these, but if you go to the community tab, you will see the link. I will have the link on the community tab. So you guys, so nobody's going to see your question out there. I'm going to take it down, but you have the personal link. All right. All right, Seth. All right. And then I have Miriam after this, I think. All right. So what was yours? 2 weeks in and still haven't gotten a response. Let's see. Let's see what's going on. All right, still no response. What's her thoughts? Her thoughts. I love the ambiance here, right? This seems a lot nicer, not cozier. All right. All right. Well, you got the Three of Pentacles too. And I got the Ten of Swords. So, that, you know, you may just be, you know, working it out. You guys may end up discussing things again. There's still this Ten of Swords, though. It's like somebody, I think she feels bad for the way she left things. Thoughts, Two of Wands. All right. So she is hesitant to make contact with you. That's the Two of Wands. Her challenge, the Nine of Wands. She doesn't know if she wants to deal with it again. This has been an ongoing thing between the two of you, and she's tired or stressed about it, doesn't know what to do, right? So it looks like she knows that it's there, and she's thought about reaching out to you. Her next actions, I have the Knight of Swords. So like I said, look, I'm not going to second guess anything right now. Things are turning left and right with people. And the Knight of Swords is, don't assume the worst case scenario. Expect the best. Right? To me, it feels like she's hesitant. To me, it feels like it's been 3 years. Do I want to open up this door again? Let's be real. And you know, you may get her opening up and defending herself, the Knight of Swords. But I do feel like there's a lot of, she's holding back. You know, but I have the Page of Swords. So it's like, it's showing me delayed messages, but that it, you know, it looks like she will turn things around. She's probably thinking about what to say. All right, does she want to go down this road again? That's the bottom line. You guys, you know, you haven't talked for 3 years for a reason. It wasn't a beautiful love story. So it's like something closed the door, and now she's sitting there saying, I don't know if I want to open this doorway again. But again, there's something here that tells me that maybe give it another go, or something needs to be said. We need to clear something up or turn things around. So I am seeing this communication that you're waiting for might come in when you least expect it. And I do have the Knight of Pentacles. So you're seeing it. It could seem like it's never happening, but it might take a minute, but it looks like it's gonna come in when you least expect it. Bottom line, I don't know, and that sounds cliche, but the Knight of Swords and the Page of Swords is, you know, we're in retrograde right now. That's why you're thinking about her. And you're going backwards, and Spirit's probably like, why are you doing this? Why are you going backwards? Right? And you're wanting some sort of closure. So do you notice that during this retrograde, the past couple weeks, you know, people are always like, oh, I'm waiting for somebody to come back. But you're the one that's going back. You're the one that's going back thinking about the person. You're the one trying to rehash something from the past. You're the one that's going back and saying, I need to review this. I need to figure this out. I need to know the truth. All I wanted was the truth. That's all anybody wants, is the truth. But they've given it to you, or when they do give it to you, it doesn't end there, and it never does. What you want is not just only the truth, but you're wanting to start up conversation again and connect again and talk about things again. There's other motives. And so you may be playing with an energy that could shift on you quickly. So 1 minute it could feel like, all right, but see, you're waiting though. This is where you sent a text, and this is where, when you completely forget what you even did or said and you just let it go, this is when people end up reaching back out to us, you know, when we're not paying attention. And but it does show, these cards show she's, you know, she's still hesitant, but we'll reach out. I pull one more, and I even get the Four of Wands. So this does talk about a reunion of some sort. So you guys being able to talk about things or hash things out. But ask yourself, I mean, I'm just curious, what is this answer going to do? Is it just going to hurt you more, or you know, I don't know. Do you know, I just can't remember. I don't know. I don't know, scratch it. I don't want to really say that because it's not 100% true. But But I've learned that there's no whys for everything. And some people may never see what your truth is. It's kind of like if somebody breaks up with you and then you want them to say they're sorry for hurting you because they broke up with you, but you're making somebody say, I'm sorry for hurting you. But what about them? They were doing what's best for their heart. They want to move on. But now they're made to feel guilty that they can't move on. You know, they got to put the other person's feelings first, who's being hurt. And so they're made to look like they're a villain, and you got to make it up to me. Make me, somebody else is supposed to, you know, make you feel better because you got your feelings, you know, hurt. And, but it's, I don't know, those are tight situations. It's like in the midst of it, the grievance, but it doesn't take away that void, because whatever really was triggered, whatever was really triggered deep down in any of our triggers that come up, and we're thinking a person is the one that has to make it right. There's a feeling that's there that we need to look at. There's something we're avoiding we need to look at. That person didn't cause it. That person is just triggering it. So that's what I got. I see her on the horizon. And Mara, I saw your super chat. This is your super chat, but I didn't see your question. Oh, is it the birthday question one? Because I did get that one. All right. I was just kind of channeling right there, and Seth, I don't even know if that was even, you know, I was just going off on a little tangent, you know. So if you got something out of that, Miss London, that's great. And that wasn't that. I just sometimes I drift into tangents with readings, you know, and see where it takes me. All right, who's Mimi? All right. I have Mimi next. I'm going in line with time, and then I only have a few left, so you all should be. It goes Miriam, and then it goes Mara. Okay, you're Mimi. All right. Let's see. Let's see. What is the person's current intentions with them? I try to see both sides of things. I try to see, because I've been doing my own healing, you know. Thank you, Mel. I love you, Seth. Thank you for being here. All right. Person on your mind's current intentions. Knight of Pentacles at the bottom of the deck. I have the Queen of Swords. So that tells me integrity, good intentions. I mean, he thinks highly of you. But what's the challenge? The 10 of Wands. High maintenance? Are you high maintenance? I go, do you make things difficult? Because you're smart. You say things. You speak your truth. put a lot of pressure on this person. You make this person think. You make this a little bit. It's okay. I think I am too at times. So the judgment card, you make this person step up their game a little bit. So this person thinks highly of you, okay? And the problem is that you might be tough, you might be hard. They might think they can't keep up with your expectations. That's it. It has nothing to do with, you're not they see you as the Queen of Swords, right? And in this energy, it's like, man, truth. You mirror back the truth, right? So judgment is showing up too, and that tells me that when they're around you, they have so much respect for you that they want to make the right decision. So it's like if they're having negative thoughts or just, if they're avoiding you or anything like that, it feels like they could be not wanting to disrespect you, or it's weighing on their conscience if they have. Look at this, 4 of Cups. You may be dealing with somebody who doesn't, oh, okay, this is clear. This person here is like, why are you with me? I'm not in a place to be able to give you what you need. It's harder for me. You have somebody that can't handle stress over, or gets overworked, overstressed, and then they just don't want to be judged by you. And there's a sense of you having high standards here, and this person feels judged if they can't meet your expectations. Now you may have nothing to do with that, but somebody's going to do that in their own mind, in their own head. And so then they'll shut down and they'll show no interest, because really they just feel like they don't have what it takes to give you what you need. So the good news here, well, you got somebody here that is definitely confused, say the least. But I'm not getting, yeah, he shut down on you. Here's the good news. I'm not getting that this person here shut down on you, or is just thinking like you're easy or anything like that. I don't know how else to say it. Like, I don't see this person as being like, oh, I'm just going to sleep with this one because she give it up, she's good, nothing like that. Like, that's not what's coming through. What I'm getting is, I just have a lot of respect for you. I just can't, you're wired different. And that would be a shutdown here. 8 of Swords and the 4 of Cups. This is somebody here that will criticize themselves, unravel. So this is their own shit here. But the Judgment card is showing me their next actions position. And this is telling me too that, the Queen of Swords, you're good at shining the truth onto people. And with your perspectives as well, and how you carry yourself. So this person may be waking up to, having to deal with some of their own shit right now too. And you may have them judging themselves, and but the 10 of Wands can be, I'm ready to give in, this is getting too difficult. So that can go either way. And that's what confuses me a little bit here. These energies right now are switching so rapidly that I do not want to set any, first of all, I don't set anything in stone, but I don't want to say that this could end. because this person, could give in too as well. And it's one of these relationships where it feels like it's going somewhere, feels like they feel called to you, but then it feels like they sabotage it, or they decide that they can't do this and then they let go. So you're in a relationship here that seems like it's kind of back and forth. You feel like, one minute I just know, I feel like we're moving forward, and then all of a sudden, boom, somebody disappears. There it is. So you are the Queen of Swords. I don't care what sign you are, you're showing up as the Queen of Swords. The Queen of Swords, you know your truth already. You know your intuition. Your intuition is instant, knowing. Except that once you start seeing all kinds of other perspectives, you start second guessing yourself. Well, I can see it too. I can see this timeline. Well, I can see this, and I can see why this wouldn't work, and why, you're an air sign. You're showing up as an air sign. So you're tapping into those qualities right now. And but what this card is telling you is, yeah, and you call it out. That's gonna call it. That's who she is, right? And Queen Captain call out. But she is somebody that she's very sensitive, but she can balance her emotions and her logic easily. So you have a way to do that as well. And I guess you're needing to tap into that energy and be able to harmonize and regulate your emotions with your thoughts when your person backs away from you. They have the Eight of Swords on their side. Your person is dealing with a head mess, a head case, like they got a lot of doubt here. And they don't even know what they want. Even though it has nothing to do with how you look, how you act, your worthiness. I mean, they think the world of you. But it looks as though they might be dealing with something a little bit deeper than has anything to do with you as well. But when you guys get close, you might trigger something in them. So that is what I've got. Intentions with you right now has to be, they don't even know what to do, what they want. But the Judgment card is telling me that you're being pulled more towards, something truthful, a second chance, a forgiveness, or giving something a shot, making a decision to move forward. But when you call it out, he may feel judged at times. So that can also be happening as well. So it can go down that path as well. All right. So I appreciate you too. I hope that helped some way. All right. So I'm sending love. All right. So Mara. All right. Wondering why. Mara, and then Carmen. And then Romy and Miss London. And Susan. All right. Let's see. So you're wondering why I keep seeing his birthday numbers everywhere and every day. All right. Spirit, how do you want me to answer this? Because I have a very strong opinion about that. So I'm going to start with my opinion to clear the air, because it will come through the reading. All right. That's a really strong test to use to prove that we can manifest. We subconsciously can decide that we want to see certain numbers, and we'll see them. If I say, I've been saying 444 444. Since Scorpio season started, I mean, I do numbers all the time. I play around all the time. I'm telling you, 444, like I see it everywhere I go. I see it everywhere I go. Because that is the power of manifestation. And so when we think of our SP, and I've been down the road of manifesting SP this avenue for a long time. And even I've had to pull away slightly a little bit because it can get confusing to people when your thoughts and your feelings create your reality, and people start confusing their own feelings and these signs and synchronicities as being signs and synchronicity from the outside. But to me, there is no outside. The outside is a reflection of what's going on within you. So that may be difficult to understand. I don't know where you're at, but whatever's going on within you, you're feeling it. You're creating an emotion, and you're creating a memory, an impression on your subconscious, and then it'll show up in your awareness in the 3D, and you will be like, oh my God, I see their numbers. I see their birthdays. It must mean this. It means whatever you want it to mean. Nothing has a meaning until we put a meaning to it. And that is also the power of manifestation. This could be just a microphone, or it could be called something else, but we labeled it a microphone. So it comes with what do you think of when you think of microphone, right? It's like we label things, we give it feelings, we give it thoughts, we give it colors, we give it shapes. And that's the same thing we do when we see birthdays and numbers and all these other things. We give it meaning. And on the other side, the thing about that though is that's also how you can manifest something. You can give something meaning and make it feel important, and you can manifest it as well. But to me, it's not it's not magical. It's we've called it in, is what I'm getting at. You may be thinking about it, and the more you see it, the more it makes you feel good. You feel like, all right, this means I'm on this path. I'm connecting with my person. That means we're getting closer, and it puts you in a positive vibe, and it gives you a little dopamine hit, right? And it feels so good. And that's just faith, trying to give yourself little bits of faith to move forward. And I do it. I do this. I remember, I'm telling you, this is my opinion. That's where I've come over the years. This is where I've come to, because everything to me starts in the mind. But nobody can prove nobody knows the 100% truth. And sometimes I'm like, damn it, I did not call that number into my life. I did not call that number. And all of a sudden I'll be seeing other numbers, and I'm like, all right, what are you trying to say? So there's times where I get sideswiped. I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I think I got my belief down. And then all of a sudden something comes in and questions me. And now you just got to be ready to pivot and turn whenever you do this, if you're still with me. But so those numbers, when I see them, I would say, if you want the truth, don't put too much importance on them, I guess, because the more importance you put on them, the more you're going to convince yourself that when you see them, they mean something, and they may not. And you may get yourself caught up in a loop. If there is a sign, all right, I feel like it'll come in once, it'll come in twice, maybe just kind of, you'll know it's your sign. You won't need to keep seeing it and seeing it and seeing it and seeing it multiple times, I think. Or I don't know, I can't argue that one. I don't know. So I want you to understand, this is an argument, this is an opinion, that there's so many avenues you can go down in what you decide to believe in. And this is where you have to learn your own beliefs, what you choose to believe in when it comes to, tarot, manifestation, religion, the way you manifest beliefs. You've got to understand your own beliefs so you can choose your plan of thought and the way you see these things. So they don't control you. You control them. You control the thoughts. You don't want to go running rampant on a scavenger hunt with all these little signs and synchronicities. but they can be beautiful tools that really help when we're grounded in on what our true beliefs are. So that's my answer for that, from me, my opinion. All right. But let's just see what the cards say. And I felt like I had to get that off my chest because I would have just came through in your reading as an answer. And I didn't want that. So let's see. Now, let me just throw this out there too. You see it because you love this person. You know, it was important. It was an important day for you too. And every time you see it, doesn't it kind of give you a little bit of love? Don't you get a feeling of love whenever you see it? Like, oh, you know, you get so excited. I have the 6 of Pentacles. It looks like the universe giving you back what you need. All right, so the universe talking to you. The energy's being reciprocated. So at this time, what I'm going to say to that is that this could be the universe's way of showing you that everything's okay, everything's balanced. And you know, let me do the work. There's a return of investment here. There's an agreement coming in. There's, you know, everything that you've been putting in is finally coming back type of energy. All right. So this here can be a handshake. This can be the universe just trying to show you, hey, I'm here. I'm listening to you. You're on the right track. So trust the numbers. Trust the numbers. Just don't put them on a don't make them so important that it'll confuse you because you'll see too many of them. It's kind of like when people go from reading to reading to reading, and I've done this before myself. You lose the answer. You don't want to get it's the first answer you got. But you want to keep seeking for a better answer, and when you keep seeing it too much, it loses its value. Right. Now, my other thing I will say to this, and the reason why I'm taking a minute on this one is because this could be for anybody. When you see these synchronicities, Mara, another thing I was taught in the past was, you know, not only is your spirit guides there, you know, kind of letting you know you're being watched or you're being guarded, you know, I've also been told that it's activation from our higher self. It's activations, code activations and things like that that help us ascend and heal. So sometimes these numbers, when you see them, stop and ask yourself, what was I just thinking? What was just happening? What did I just feel? And if you don't get an answer, sometimes it's just an activation, spiritual activation. And sometimes, you know, you might be, the answer is something you were just thinking about. And that number is telling you, hey, this is important. Go back to what you were just thinking. You know, your guides might have been trying to give you a message. You know, and I see the Page of Swords too. So it does feel like, you know, there's definitely communication happening within the synchronicities you're seeing, but they're not going to be so surface level. Like, oh, I see my ex's birthday. That means he's coming. That means he's here. And it could be. But to me, it seems like there might be something more in the moment. Focus on what's happening around you. Does that make sense? And I hope I didn't confuse you, because that's really a topic that I'm sure there's just so many people that could debate me and talk about all different ways that we could look at that. And that's the thing about New Age and spirituality and all this stuff. It's like, wow, sometimes there's just so many avenues you can get lost in it. And that's why I think a lot of people are like, get the hell away from that stuff. Mind blowing. All right. So let's see. I have Carmen. Miss Carmen been with me for a long time. All right, Mara. And don't forget, the link to this video is going to be up on my community page. I will post it after the live. I unlist it so you won't see it. Nobody else will see your questions, but you'll be able to click that link and you'll be able to come in and see your reading whenever you want to. Hello. I remember you. I know you're the black amethyst. Amethyst. I'm always like I could never say. I always would stumble with that with the amethyst. I've always wanted to say amethyst ever since I was younger. You know, like amethyst or. All right. Let's see. Why are you going backwards? Yep, the Taurus sun and the Scorpio moon. And we just went through that Scorpio new moon. Right? All right. So the retrogrades got to you. All right. Well, I have the 9 of Cups. It seems like you both want this right now. Remember, in the current energy. So how does another round look for you? I see the Queen of Wands. You got their attention. So the passion's lit up. I see the Star card. I see, again, you both kind of want the same thing in the 3 of Cups. But it looks like more light, you know, it looks like a lighter connection. So the passion is there. They're very happy. They desire you. 2 of Pentacles. There's still going to be a lot of, you know, work around this. You have to put the work in. There's going to be a lot of planning going back, you know, and that can be too, weigh out the pros and cons. You know, why is it an X, you know? But I am seeing that you both in this current energy are desiring to see each other again. You still see a bit of hope there. And without a doubt, they're attracted to you. And the outcome is the 3 of Cups. So it does show you guys hanging out, having drinks, or getting together. You know, I just say drinks as whatever, you know, you might not drink. But, you know, this is reconnecting, reconciling, saying what's up. All right, so this could be another good go around. You know, the 2 of Pentacles, though, it's sort of, how will it go? Who the hell knows? Right? Who knows? And I see the 5 of Wands. So there's going to be some challenges there. So you'll get another round. All right. Rocky hasn't given up. Rocky hasn't fallen. Rocky's still got a couple more rounds in him. Cheers. And of course, I would never forget. You're my Taurus. You know how many Tauruses I got on this channel? It's wild. You guys are silent, subtle. You hang out in the background. You just kind of keep peaceful and quiet. You know, judging everybody. Judging me. All right. Romy, you're welcome. Hello, Angel. All right. let's see, Remy. All right, your friend Amy, she wants to know about her. All right. He has recently emotionally shut down and is distant. Will he open up ever? So show me, will he work? Will he open up? What's his energy? What's his challenge? And does he intend to open up? I have the Seven of Swords, so I can see he is being a little bit shady. The Wheel of Fortune. He's not. He's gonna be facing some. I don't know what's going on. He's shut down and distant because he's not being honest all the time, and it's like the wheel is stuck because there's something that is going on here. And I have the Emperor card, so it looks like he's trying to fix something or keep something to himself. He's dealing with some karma, something he has hidden from the past. And it feels like he's not ready to move past it, or he's stuck, having a hard time moving past it. Divine is here, and it feels like this is a moment in his life right now where he has to face some of his own consequences. So he's definitely being avoidant, and he's not being honest with you. All right. I do see the Two of Wands, so the potential. All right. And I do see the Nine of Swords. There may be some regret that's lingering or something that was said. And it looks like you have somebody that's been questioning whether or not, you guys, do we keep going down this same path or do I move on? Feels like we can't get past something. Feels like there's a block here. They feel held back in some way. All right. They feel held back in some way, but yet there's passion here as well too. And, so they're kind of at a crossroads in their life, and they are weighing out every option. They are stressing about every option. They want to make sure they make the right choice before they don't want to take any chances. They don't want to risk anything by making the wrong choice. And if they have made some negative choices in the past or have lied to you about anything, it's really weighing on them. And one of the biggest things I'm seeing is that I just feel like I'm being held back. I'm stuck in my career. I'm stuck. I want to travel, or I'm stuck. I just want to, your person feeling a calling to do some sort of move. Right. Five of Pentacles. So I can see that you are dealing with an avoidant, somebody who, first of all, keeps you at arm's distance. I can see that, right? It has a hard time letting you in. He wants to be in, he wants to connect with you. You feel like home to him, but it feels like he doesn't feel close anymore. He feels distant. He feels he's having a hard time. It looks like he's down on his luck and just feels bad for not being able to be there or not giving you what you need. So I do see somebody who's questioning on maybe leaving. They've thought about it, or they make a choice whether you guys should go down your own paths. But this is somebody here that's also afraid to make the wrong choice. They feel a connection with you as well. So this could be an ongoing thing that's been going on for a long time. And it's reaching some sort of point, though, where we're reaching this point in time where somebody's got to step up and be responsible here. We've got to make the right move. That's what I'm getting for you. I have the Hermit card. You have your person here doing a lot of soul searching here. I'll tell you that. Hermit card. If they've pulled away, they've been distant, they're trying to figure out what they want. And unfortunately, it's hard for the person. It's hard for you. It's like, well, what's wrong? Why, what's wrong? Tell me, there's love, but somebody needs to stop. There's always a separation before there's a rebirth and so there's needs to be alone. I need to be by myself to really figure out where I'm going in this. Where's my spiritual journey taking me is what I'm feeling with your person. For the outcome, you just need to stay confident is what I'm getting, because it's not showing any serious outcome right now, like anything's going to totally be ended. And right now, this is only this week, this general energy is just showing right now that this is why they pull away from you, but it doesn't show me that they've left. All right? They haven't left you. I did. I had a great day. It was pretty good. It was nice to do a little something like that again. All right, who is Rachel? Do I have a Rachel? All right. Is this you, Miss London? Are you Rachel? I hope she didn't fall asleep. Miss London. Did anybody see her questions up here? Miss London. I don't see your question, Miss London. I know she was here, and she didn't send me her question, so I don't have her question. I don't know if this is her. And I have a Rachel. I have a Susan, so I'm gonna do Susan's, and then I will. I feel bad because she hung out as long as she could, and then I couldn't get to her. Hello, Susan. Let's see. How are you, Angel? I haven't had a chance to. I've been very, 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 very extremely. I've been working through all this, but still having a good time with the holidays. All right, let's see. Is it finally over? So the first thing that I see here is that he's somebody who just sees sex, right? And you're saying that he looks at you sexually. And then I see, is it finally over with you and Scorpio? Not if you open up the conversation again. If you are still open to the conversation with this person, it is never going to be over. This person will talk to you as long as you want to talk to them. They've been pretty clear on where you stand, how they want to treat you. You've accepted in a lot of ways. Don't get mad at me for saying that. We've kind of taught him that it's okay to talk to you a certain way because you get over it the next time you talk to each other. So you've shown him that he can say whatever he wants. You'll get over it. And he keeps saying really mean things to you and you keep going back for more. And so he's like, why? He's like, why wouldn't I not answer your call? You don't get mad. It's sort of like, kind of like a punching bag in a way too, though. Why won't you get mad at him for that? Why wouldn't you be mad at somebody who was saying some really mean things to you? To me, this has nothing to do with him. To me, that's something that, it's, you're used to somebody being mean. Oh, be mad at me. Thank you. I hope not. Yeah. But I would never be mean to you either. But more importantly, he's got you manipulated. You're so used to him. You've descended. You've made it common. It's kind of like TV makes certain things look like nothing, because we see it so much. We're desensitized. Same thing in a relationship. He's wearing you down, wearing you down, wearing you down, and you're allowing more and more and more and more, and losing yourself in it. But there's an addiction here, and so is it finally over? Let's see what the cards say. King of Cups. There he is. He's showing up in your reading. The Eight of Swords. A big, fat, hairy nest of nastiness in his mind. Wherever the hell I was trying to go with that one. I don't know. It's not in this energy. There's the commitment, doubtful. The Ten of Pentacles, the Eight of Swords. I doubt this will be successful. right now energy, in this energy, he'd have to go through some major Willy Wonka kind of transformation. Right? And I got the Death card. You have his energy is still here with you. His energy is not leaving you. He's not leaving your reading. King of Cups is here. The Death card's here, but it's not. It doesn't look like it's going anywhere. So he will continue to entertain you until you decide to let him go, is what I've got for you, Susan. And I have the Queen of Pentacles, and you have no time for that. Shit, you have no time for that. You got better things to do. You got better people to hang out with, and you deserve better than that. It sounds cliche, but come on, Queen of Pentacles. She's like, I need some realness in my life. I need some good times, good food. I need good places. I don't need this bullshit. I need to enjoy, enjoy my luxuries, enjoy my stuff. That's what you want. And you're playing around with somebody that, doesn't see that for you. They're not treating you like that. So that's what I've got for you, Scorpio. It's not over. It's not finally over. I love you. I think I'm going to just, I feel bad. But so why is he such low frequency? But maybe, that's a tight one. All right. That's a tight one, low frequency. Because he shows you who he is, and he might not believe he's doing anything wrong. He might not think he's low frequency. He may have told you over and over and over that, his truth, and this is it. And he just doesn't have the same belief systems as you and the same values as you. He doesn't value the same things you do. And he, for whatever reason, we all get in our places, and he might be in a funk. He might be in a place he doesn't know. He might be going through something that's changing his life, and he may not have the answers for it and doesn't have the answers to give to anybody else. And, I don't know. And the other thing, Susan, is you may be going through some healing, and you may be noticing that you're not resonating with these people anymore. They're not negative. They haven't changed. They've always been there like that. It's just now you're seeing how they treat you. That's what happens when you start to go down the rabbit hole of spirituality and all this stuff and healing. You start recognizing and becoming more self-aware that the lighter you become, you start to see the mess that you allow into your life. And you start to see people who have always treated you like this. You may have been treated like this by somebody else in your life, but you didn't notice it as much as you do now, because you could be going through a spiritual awakening. But he's also bringing up the shadow in you, and the one that keeps going back. So there's something here about you that keeps coming up, that is attracted to his low frequency. I'll see you tomorrow, Angel. And, but this is where I could go down into all the spiritual talk. You know what I mean? Like there's just so many avenues you can go down. Don't overthink it. It is what it is. He'll be back around. Try not to make something of it more than accept what it is, and be okay with what it is right now, so you can let go of that control and let him do his dance. He's not going anywhere, but as long as you're persistent, in this story that he is low frequency, he's going to keep showing up for you as low frequency. So just take the importance off it and let him be, and see if he does start to loosen up. You have to change your belief about him. You think he's a loser. You think he's an asshole on the not on the deep side, not on soul length. You know what I mean? You know he's probably, you know, a beautiful soul, but he has shown up for you as an asshole. So it's hard for you not to see this in him. And whenever he comes back into your life, you pull that side of him right back out, because that's who you see him as. All right. I'm going to let you guys go. I am going to refund, what's her name? Miss London. I'm sorry, loves tarot, and you're in London. I'm sorry. I will be on Monday. You can shoot me an email and say if you want to be the first one on Monday, or I will refund you your money. I'm giving you that option. I don't know if your name is Rachel. Yeah, no, that was Rachel. I don't know. I think that's Rachel. And yeah, I just don't have your question. And I tried to scroll up and see if you had one in the chat. I didn't see it. I missed it. So I will send you, I mean, just send me an email, or if I don't hear from you by tomorrow morning, I will send the money back. All right. I love you guys. Thank you all for being here. Thanks, Angel, for popping back in. And I will see you guys. I have the individuals out tomorrow, but I'll see you guys soon. Take care. Thank you, Susan.